I've been doing some research about self-trust. And one of the things I've come across is that a lot of people that are talking about self-trust, the first thing they go to is like, how can you trust yourself if you aren't accountable to yourself, if you don't behave a certain way for yourself? And my heart breaks. That's self-control, not self-trust. My name's Allison and I've been studying behavior for 20 years. I've also been studying relationships for way longer. And the relationship with ourselves is the one that is most neglected but most needed. I do believe that I need a sip of coffee. I do believe that part of the overall relationship with yourself is doing things you said you'd do. But I think we need, and I think we need to go back even further to motivation and relationship with ourselves. If our behavior isn't in alignment with an attached, affectionate, caring, respectful relationship with ourselves, then our behavior is just control for meeting some invisible standard or pleasing other people or fitting in. That's called masking. And one of the ways that I approach this in myself and with my clients is the relationship I have with the parts of myself. So let's say there is a part that is saying, Allison, you should be doing this. You should be recording your podcast every single week. I could get up and mindlessly do that task. And is it building a relationship with me? No, it's me controlling or responding to that controlling voice. And when I say go deeper, I'm going to use this example that I've already been using. So let's say and this is true, right now I have this very shamey voice in my head. I call it a part of me that is really driving hard about my podcast that I have taken a sabbatical from, an unannounced sabbatical from. And the tone of that voice inside, if a friend were saying that to me, or even a business coach were saying that to me, I would not be having any of it. I would not allow myself to be treated that way by somebody else. And so when these other self-trust experts or people talking about self-trust talk about the way to build self-trust is to just go to the behavior, that's like a parent telling a child that they're good because they're obedient. Obedience is control. And so, which is very different from attunement and connection. And I'm just going to leave it there. Well, like I can do that. So the approach that I take before we get into implementing behaviors is, what is a relationship I'm having with that part of me that is bringing shame? And there's a whole theory that I use in IFS that all parts have benevolent intent, they're protective, they have a deeper meaning, they have a deeper motivation. And my job is to compassionately get curious with that part about what's driving it to be so hard and to listen instead of control it. So I call that connection instead of control. So if you want to build self-trust with yourself, start with being a compassionate and connected companion to the parts of you, especially the ones that are driving or mean or shaming.